Welcome back to the Uppity Negroes, episode 4.
Quattro, quattro, quattro.
Today we are talking about Miss Nicki Minaj, and we're going to get into a little bit of chicken washing. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, stay tuned. Okay, but before we get into Nikki and all of her glory, congratulations to Governor Gavin Newsom for winning the recall. Yay. Florida, I mean not Florida, but California is still blue, and we're so happy about that as being Californian because that was scary. That's honestly how we got Arnold Schwarzenegger as last time because of one of these very sneaky Republican recalls. But we have prevailed, so that's very exciting.
Sorry.
Um, right. Something else in the news I feel like we should touch on a little bit too is like, what is going on in Texas? Like, really, Texas? We're going to be hunting down people that are trying to get abortions. I think the bounty was like $10,000.
Yeah, it deputizes citizens with an incentive of $10,000 per person, I think, or per like occurrence.
Any state where the gun restrictions are less restrictive than human rights is insane. Like, that is insane. Like, you don't need training, you don't need a permit to buy a gun, but someone can tell on you for getting an abortion that could possibly save your life, and you have to pay a fine of $10,000. Or no, they get a bounty of $10,000, which is crazy. It's like we're literally hunting women.
No, that's like exactly what it is. And then you can see like there's been reports of clinics like along the Texas border, especially I remember hearing one in Oklahoma that have seen an increase in patients visiting, and so like people are now
Right.
having these like longer journeys, which puts them more at risk, and like that puts whoever is helping them at risk too.
Yeah. And I see that some companies are going as far as to helping their employees go to other states to receive abortions. Like, it's it's wild. I think I want to say Zoom was one of them, but don't quote me on that. But it's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, that's yeah. That that Texas law is. I mean, it's their governor is fucking crazy.
He is. He's right up there with DeSantis. DeSantis is the devil, as I like to call him.
Yeah,
Like, these people are. It's like they really don't care about their constituents. They really don't care about their health. It's all about keeping that voter base, that like sort of like crazy voter
so
base,
like
and
brings the base engaged and like setting the stage for a presidential bid.
pretty much, pretty much, because it's like Trump
That's
being president really opened the door
well, if you can
for
do it,
so
I can
many
do
people
it.
that can come after, right, for so many people that can come after him. So I don't know. We have to stay on top of that and watch out for that. But my heart goes out to all the women in Texas, and we're gonna figure out a way to recall this hopefully one day.
Fingers crossed that there's something that some sort of. I mean, if they can recall on Newsom like this, hopefully there's some way to reverse this law.
Right. Okay. How do
But
we feel, Nikki? How do we
let's get
feel about Nikki?
into let's get into these topics today. So I am not a certified barb. My little sister is. We've been talking a lot about Miss Nicki Minaj. I Let me just start this off by saying I think she's very talented musician, and she's a really dope rapper. I personally enjoy her music and have for her whole career, but I am not her biggest fan, and especially of late, I think she's like I like don't want to be rude, but what the fuck, Nikki?
Right.
What? Where did this
Right.
come
It's
from?
crazy. I feel okay. I don't know. I guess I'm a barb because I really like Nicki. I feel like hands down, bar none, she's one of the top female rappers ever, dead or alive, and I feel like her talent is undeniable. Like, she's a real live rapper. She's like one of the top rappers, male or female, dead or alive. Like, I think she's a real, like, she has honed this craft and she's top tier, period. Like, and no one can really say that. And I feel like a lot of people try to come for her, but at the end of the day, like, her record speaks for herself. And you're not trying to battle her, you know? Like, no one is. Like, they'll probably lose. But yeah, but I honestly think the whole thing with Nicki, cousin, well, her cousin's friend, I really think it's just a giant marketing scheme.
That's always your take.
That's always my take. That is. I feel
People
like
are doing this
everything
for the money.
everything is for the money because I mean when you really think about it, like her last single she's come out with, she re-released her mixtape. I feel like that did okay, you know? Then she did the remix of A Whole Lot of Money, Be a Song, that did okay. And I mean, she wasn't.
Sorry, can we go back to the mixtape? Because I was listening to Itty Bitty Piggy in college, and I was like, how am I here in my 30s having her release this on an album?
I honestly feel like it's genius. Anytime where that you can rebrand, reform, and re-put out something you've already made and make even more money off of it, it's genius. Like, i.e., Michael Jordan. We're wearing the same Jordans over and over and over again, and people are paying so much, like copious and copious amounts of money for them. So I feel
It's like these celebrity meals at these restaurants, like the Sweetie meal at McDonald's. And I think Burger King just released a new one, but it was some artist I didn't know.
right. I feel like it's like a little bit more of a goth meal or something like that.
But yeah, it's just the same food that they've always had, and they're just packaging it different.
it's all marketing. It's all about marketing and branding. Like, that's it. Yeah. But I think with her, I think that's what it has to do with last sort of things that she's come out with. They haven't really done that well. She wasn't able to be at the Met Gala. That's a huge marketing thing for her and her brand because I guess you had to be vaccinated to go there. And she tweeted something. And I feel like she had to have known that that was going to go viral, that that was going to eventually come international news.
And
Everybody's taking out.
how did she even expect people to not be trying to find out who this is in Trinidad?
Yes, let's talk about her poor cousin's friend in Trinidad. This man obviously has an STD, and now everybody in the world knows.
Exactly. I was like,
Because it's like that's such cap. Babe, it's not an STD. It was the vaccine. It was the vaccine.
come on. I'm like, and then he went around and just told a bunch of people that this is just like ridiculous. This is like this is why no one should lie. People should not lie because
stop lying, and that's
lying.
That's the even
people
more
lie alive, and then it snowballs. The next thing
and
you know, Nicki Minaj is tweeting about your balls.
exactly.
Why you should just tell the truth.
Exactly. It's snowballs for lack of a better for lack of a better for lack of a better term. But yeah, it was crazy because the prime minister, I think it's the prime minister or the president of Trinidad, was just so blown by the whole thing. He was like, it's ridiculous that I've even had to take out the time to investigate this, but it is a lie. It is completely like not factual.
He did
He was
say
so
that.
pissed. He was so pissed. But it's like, I feel like Nicki had to know that that was bullshit. Come on.
Girl, just and then you know what really bothered me is like her saying that she knows she's gonna have to take it eventually to go on tour, which like my little sister was like, tour? What tour? She's what they told me.
Right.
But she's doing her own research. What clinical trial are you conducting? Or
And again, I
you're
feel
just gonna
like
read more stuff on
I
the
almost want
internet
to
that
call it like I almost want to call it like the Trump effect. I feel like that's the effect that Trump has had on our belief in the judicial system and our healthcare system and everything. Like this man being president and going and telling the masses that COVID isn't a big deal don't get vaccinated, like all these different things has really waived people's faith in their government and in their system. So no one believes anything anymore. And now we're all these now
Yeah,
overnight.
everyone's a fucking expert in everything. Where, like, come on.
Like these people went to school for this stuff. Like these people have been doing
Thank
this their
you.
whole lives. And it's kind of like, but my thing is because I always believe, I mean, I'm not against a good conspiracy theory. I do believe that some of them are true. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like if you're going to not believe in healthcare, don't in modern medicine, then stand your ground and don't believe in modern medicine at all. Don't pick and choose. Don't say like, "Oh, I don't
And
think
if
we
you
should
get
get
sick, stay your
vaccinated.
ass at home.
I don't think we should get vaccinated, but if I get sick, I do want to go to the hospital and have those same doctors work on me." No. You think they're
No,
all against you.
no,
You think
boo.
they're all against you and they're trying to kill you. So why would you do that? Or why would you take any of the other medicines that you're taking?
Thank you. I
So it's
mean,
kind of
there's so
like
many
you
modern
gotta
medicine or like modern science advantages that we have in our life. So like now you just want to pick and choose which
pick
ones
and
are good.
choose what you believe and what you don't believe. And I feel like you can't do that, especially when it's like, what's the evidence? And a lot of these people that's coming forth and saying stuff, they're all been proven to be, it's fake. It's not real. I don't know. As we, I feel like the age of the internet and the information is progressing faster than we can regulate. And I think years from now, there's going to be a lot more regulation on YouTube, a lot more regulation on social media, because they're seeing that we're not
This
ready, we're not
information is
prepared as a
so
society.
easily passed.
Exactly.
It's, and it's
Exactly.
so easily taken for like face value. Like
Right.
people will read it and
People
believe
just
it.
believe it. We're not prepared. We're not like the average person is not prepared for the amount of information, whether it be true or false, that's given to them.
Hmm.
We don't have the
And
intellect to decipher.
some
Our
people don't know how to filter like what's true and what's not. You know, they never went to school and had like extensive conversations on how to determine whether or not a piece of evidence is credible
right,
based on a proven criteria.
right.
You
And I
know,
feel like they've
it,
tried a little bit with that kind of like fact check thing on Instagram, but people don't believe that. They're like, fact check the fact checkers. Like, fuck. Like, what?
that's like that. What was it? That Will Smith movie, Enemy of the State, where like when at the end she goes, "Who's monitoring the monitors?"
It's a conundrum. It's a, I don't know, man. It's depressing. Let's talk about something else now. Let's talk about washing chicken.
So do you wash chicken?
Okay. Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I
So
do.
I
I
don't
was
eat
raised
chicken.
that right, because you're a vegan or vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Right.
But I have eaten chicken before. I've prepared chicken before. When Jake and I first started dating, he ate meat. I would like make him meat
Aw.
or cook. So I definitely used to wash chicken, and it's
Right.
definitely something that runs in my family.
And I've at times been called out by by my ex's mother that I wasn't washing the chicken well enough. Like some people really, because sometimes I'll at least just rinse it off. I'll rinse it off. Okay, this is my chicken process, right? You take the chicken, you rinse it off. You like gotta scrape all the little extra like hairs off of it.
Yeah,
Cause that's
and
the thing
make
too.
sure that
What
might
about
still
those
be
chicken
on there.
hairs that are on it and stuff like that? You
And
gotta
give it a
go in there
once
and get
over.
weird stuff. What is that stuff? You gotta clean all of that and then you can like season it and stuff. And then you cook it. I don't understand these people that are just literally opening packs of meat and throwing them
Straight
on
to
the
the pan.
grill straight to the pan. But it is true that salmonella can be spread in this way, but I've never had any relative be sick from salmonella. So I don't know what's going on. So so at the same time, it's like, what's going on? What's really
I
going on?
so you're right. Salmonella, like it technically salmonella can get spread that way, but in addition to the washing of the chicken, there's always been like an extensive cleanup process afterward
Right.
too.
I,
So to me, it's just like it makes sense. And I don't know if it's
I
like a comfort thing or if it's like a wow, it's been this way my whole life. I can imagine not doing it the other way. But also like I don't eat meat, so but I
right. So you want
stand
to be
I
super
stand
careful.
with the chicken washers of the world.
We do, and I mean, not to necessarily bring race into it, but I feel like it is a very African heritage thing to clean chicken, right? I feel like, to put a little historical context on this, like the Moors and Africans introduced a lot of cleaning and like hygiene things to the Europeans and other people throughout the world. Like innately, we've just always been a people that was very just on top of like hygiene and health and cleaning.
Yeah, and I mean there were different reasons to do more extensive cleaning or
Because
to,
people will
or
get
to have that
sick.
process like back in the day. And so then you
Yeah.
talk about like modernizing and stuff, but like you want to talk about old
And that's
habits
just
dying
stuck
hard.
with us.
I don't see anyone I know not washing chicken in the near future.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's kind of like, I mean, people don't people don't want to trust the government. It's like I don't trust these meat packing industry people that are just throwing this meat. And you see these poor little animals are treated horribly in these
Or
places. So it's kind of like I
who are you
would
telling?
definitely
I
clean-
saw,
I would
yeah.
right. I would definitely clean my chicken. But then people say, okay, so when you open a pack of ground beef, do you rinse that off? No, we don't. It's
I
something special about chicken.
with some vinegar in a strainer.
Then it'll taste like vinegar. I feel like there's something special about chicken. I think because chicken is a dirtier animal, I think maybe than beef.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of the skin being involved
Oh,
with chicken
that's what
and
it is.
not with ground beef.
Because the skin, exactly. You're so smart, Blake. The skin is still on there. It's the skin and the feathers.
The feather.
Because that's my thing. People who don't clean chicken, my question is, are you guys eating because all
Little.
those
If
feathers
I see a
off?
little fried piece of feather, whoa, gag. I would die. Not that I'm
I
eating it, but like if I saw that on
I
the
can't eat this.
table at a meal, I would be like, not
I can't
not
do
a
this.
fried feather.
I
No.
can't do this. What is the issue though? But I mean, some people don't clean their legs apparently.
What do you mean?
It was a whole thing on the it was a whole thing on the
Oh,
internet.
like in the
A lot of
shower. Oh, yes,
a
yes,
lot
yes.
of
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of
That's like a whole
celebrities that are
nother thing. It's
admitting to
like people don't wash like everywhere. Crazy. But
this is why when your mother tells you or people tell you don't eat at everyone's house, this is what they're talking about. This is exactly what they're talking about. This
yeah,
is why I
people
can't
don't
take
wash their
food from
chicken.
strangers. You don't know what their house looks like. You don't know what their hygiene is, what their cleaning regimen is, and everyone's clean and it isn't everyone else's clean. And I'm not saying I am the like neatest, cleanest person in the world. Like my apartment does not look like Marie Kondo's apartment, but I am my best. What?
Listen, I don't eat from everyone's house. I definitely grew up with a very Caribbean father that was not about that life.
Right.
He
Right.
was
And even
very
in the
strict on.
Caribbean, like coming from like Caribbean background, they clean their chicken. I think it's an African thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right with that. That's like probably the origins of it.
Yeah.
But if you made it this far, thank you for sticking with us through episode 4. And please let us know in the comments, do you clean your chicken? Do you wash your
Do you
chicken?
clean it? Do you
Do you
wash your
wash it
chicken?
every time? Have you ever washed it? Do you not wash chicken? Will you start washing chicken now? Let us know.
Right.
I want to know.
Let us know what you think. Thanks so much for hanging with us today, guys. Bye. Peace.
Bye.